Hey there, welcome to Jackie Talks Horror. I'm Jackie, and today I'm doing a spoiler-free review of a sci-fi dark comedy from January this year, Companion. I'd heard a little about this film before and thought I'd been spoilt, but on watching it, I realised this film has more on offer than you might think at first. Just a quick heads up, I'll be using images and trailers from the film in this video, and there'll be links to any trailers in the description down below. So let's get to it, starting with the characters. The film is anchored by two central characters. First we have Iris, played by Sophie Thatcher. Iris is an awkward but sweet girl, clearly in love with her boyfriend Josh, and nervous about meeting all his friends on the trip. She opens the movie with a monologue, quickly establishing herself as the emotional anchor of the film. Thatcher's performance is a real standout. The film wouldn't work nearly as well without her carrying the substantial role so convincingly. Next we have Josh, played by Jack Quaid. Josh comes across as a fairly decent and pleasant character, although he can be a bit dismissive of his girlfriend Iris's feelings sometimes. Quaid thrives in horror films as he's able to add a lot of nuanced and fun energy to his characters. His charm helps keep Josh sympathetic as hints of something more self-serving creep in. Now they are the primary couple in the film, and they seem fairly content together, and they are backed up by an excellent supporting cast with the other four in the house. The first of those is Eli, played by Harvey Gwilyn. Eli has some of the best one-liners in the film and seems very in love with his partner Patrick, but his humour doesn't undercut the tension, instead it makes the group dynamic more believable. Gwilyn is so good in this role, and you can't help but like his character as he lights up every scene he's in. Next up is Patrick, played by Lucas Gage. Patrick is Eli's partner, seems bright and deceptively sharp, and is constantly looking out for him. Lucas plays him well, knowing exactly where his character is, and is not just the arm candy, but adds to the story. Together, Eli and Patrick bring warmth and humour to the film, and their chemistry provides some of the film's most entertaining moments. Next up is Kat, played by Megan Suri. Kat is Sergei's girlfriend and Josh's friend. She seems to be standoffish but not unpleasant to Iris, and seems a bit jaded whenever the conversation turns to love. And there doesn't seem to be any outward signs of affection between her and Sergei. Suri plays her role well enough, but seems overshadowed in the scene she's in with the more vibrant characters. Next up is Sergei, played by Rupert Friend. He's an older Russian friend who owns a sprawling house where most of the film unfolds. He comes across as friendly enough, but there are hints at dealings behind his wealth. His dismissive attitude towards Kat adds another layer of unease. Friend plays him with pleasant humour, but still manages to leave you with the sense that something isn't quite right about him. There are a few other characters that pop into the story, but they don't have much impact. And while the performances are strong, none of the characters, including the main couple, are given much backstory or depth. Overall, the ensemble could have been fleshed out more, which would have made their interactions and motivations feel even more engaging. Okay, so let's have a quick look at how the film handles its plot and pacing. The IMDb plot synopsis simply says, a weekend getaway with friends at a remote cabin turns into chaos after it's revealed that one of the guests is not what they seem. With a 1 hour 37-minute runtime, the pacing is brisk and steady. The opening scene is funny, but it's the kind of funny that borders on creepy, striking the right balance to draw you in before the tension builds to keep you interested in finding out what's going on. Then, it really gets going with its twists and turns, by which time you're invested in seeing where it all leads. Just when you think you have a handle on where it's going, another reveal shifts your perspective. Even if some beats feel familiar, the sharp writing and lively performances make it so enjoyable that you don't mind. Okay, so let's have a look at some direction and production notes. Written and directed by Drew Hancock in his feature-length debut, after working in television series and shorts, this film immediately showcases his ability to command a longer format. The film relies largely on practical effects to create its unsettling moments, giving it a grounded, tactile feel. It's a kind of movie that may lose a little on rewatch once you know the twists, but the ride is so much fun that it hardly matters. On a technical level, I love the costuming in the movie. It deserves a special mention as it raises a production value noticeably, and adds to the believability of the characters. The stunning location and gorgeous house where most of the film takes place further elevate the visual experience, providing both a sense of grandeur and subtle unease that complements the story. The soundtrack also has a major role, with certain song choices perfectly capturing the tone, while others inject moments of unexpected hilarity. Some scenes are outright hilarious, which makes the darker turns land even harder. This film has been described as feeling like a full-length Black Mirror episode, particularly with its use of self-driving cars and all of the technology. After watching, it's hard to disagree. What makes it stand out is that it avoids cheap, traditional jump scares. Instead, it relies on atmosphere, slow-burn tension, and unsettling reveals that dig under your skin and stay with you long after the credits roll. By the end, it's clear this is a fresh and exciting debut. While it toys with familiar horror cliches, it flips them in clever ways, leaving you with something both familiar and new. Okay, so here's how I rate this film. For cinematography and soundtrack, the film gets 4 out of 5. It's beautifully shot and well edited, with a stunning location and gorgeous house. The soundtrack enhances tension and underscores humour, and complements the film's unnerving tone throughout. For visual effects and gore, it gets 3.5 out of 5. The film has just enough gore to suit the story without overdoing it. Most of the visual impact comes from clever makeup, prosthetics, and camera work, rather than heavy CGI. For characters, it gets 3.5 out of 5. The film's characters are engaging, and the chemistry between the main couples is strong but slightly underdeveloped. The leads are compelling, and the supporting cast adds humour and tension, but fleshing out the motivations and relationships further could have made the ensemble even more memorable. For enjoyment and rewatch value, it gets 4 out of 5. Unless you've had the film really spoilt, I don't think you can guess where things are going. The twists and thrilling horror keep you on the edge of your seat from start to finish, making it highly enjoyable, even if you have heard something, and I feel it's definitely worth a rewatch. For personal score, this is a 3.5 out of 5-star film. Fun and engaging, with strong performances, clever practical effects, and a great atmosphere, some characters could have been fleshed out more, but limiting the backstory keeps it from reaching its full potential. Okay, so that's all for this video. I think if you like Black Mirror, you will like this. The way it blends science fiction, action, and dark humour really works. And even if you've seen the trailer and think you've been spoiled, I still think this has a few surprises. And the characters are so engaging, it's worth a watch. Have you seen Companion? What did you think of it? Thanks so much for watching. Do leave your comments down below, but remember to be respectful, and remember this is only my opinion of the film. It'd be a boring old world if we all like the same things. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss what's coming next on this channel. This is Jackie signing off. Take care and see you next time.